Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello everybody, and welcome to episode number 152 of Business Behind the Scene. Today we're talking about masculine versus feminine energy in business. Let's be honest, right? It's fascinating how they tell us that in business we shouldn't be masculine. We are wrong because we are masculine as women. But I've got some really, really strong opinion about this masculine and feminine energy. So bear with me. I'm going to be a little bit of a, I'm going to have a bit of a rant in here. Because listen, we are women. And they say that we're supposed to have this feminine energy. And I had to Google it because I wanted to show you guys what that say. And you guys can tell that I'm really passionate about this topic and I'm going straight to the point today. Not chatting with you. I'm not telling you how my week is going. I'm like, let's go. Let's talk about feminine and masculine energy, which is very masculine, right? If we want to put it in a box, which this is what I don't like. So let's talk about that. So the feminine energy focus on reciprocity, if you say that in English, deep listening, intuitive response to the challenge, mindful being in the moment can bring huge value to the business setting when applied in the right way. Here, and then there was like some examples of what that looks like. So if we think about flowy, being in the moment, mindful, deep listening, intuitive, those are the things of a feminine energy. And let's be honest, the only reason why I'm successful in business is because of that, because my intuition, because I have, been in the moment and I've not panicked about things that happen in the future and so on. But also, I didn't just stay in flow. I didn't just do all these flowy things. I didn't just sit and meditate and hope the business come to me. I had to bring the masculine. So let's just talk about the masculine energy. Masculine energy is a doer energy, is an energy that it's got a visionary, it's an energy that can get things, structured and organized. But then if we talk about that as well, like I find it really fascinating because when you talk about couples, I have yet to meet a man that is super organized and he does what he says he's going to do. I met a lot of men that wants to do things, but then they need a woman to actually get it done. So I don't know maybe it's because I am masculine and I'm attracting a feminine energy in a man usually. But I honestly have never in my entire life met a man that is organized. They all need a woman to do things. Why? Because women, we are multitasking, because we can hold many hats and we can do all the things. So when people tell me, Francesca, you're very masculine in your business, I want to actually wonder that if that's the case. And is that a real box that I want to put myself in? Because I actually don't. I don't want to put myself in that box because I actually don't feel I'm a very masculine. I'm the opposite, because a masculine to me, as I've met, is men that are very visionary, but they struggle to actually implement. I'm an implementer. I am a multitasker. I can get shit done. And I do shit done because I am that force. I'm present in the moment and I do only what needs to be done now. And I can see all the things needs to be done and I just take action. So I am here to bring this conversation because I am noticing that sometimes people use that as an excuse to hide behind, but I'm feminine, I am flowy, I don't do things. It's not true. Look at moms. Moms, they look after the kids, they breastfeed the kids, they cook for the kids, they cook for the husband sometimes, right? They're multitasking, they're taking the kids here, they sport, they got this, they got that. They gotta be super organized to make it all happen. And yeah, it's a little bit of a, mess at times, but they get everything done. And so I want to really wonder if that is the truth. Like, is it true that women are flowing and men are structured? Is that true? Or do we both have both, right? And this is the thing that I wanted to remind everybody. I feel that this masculine and feminine energy in business is actually annoying. And I wanted to talk to you about it because I just don't feel it's useful. Like, for me to put myself in a box, if I'm feminine or masculine right now, or if I'm this or I'm that, it doesn't really matter. I am who I am, and I am bringing my strengths with me. And the other thing that I wanted to um, realize as well is that as soon as you can, like I did, it's important for you to bring someone in the business to also help you doing the doing, so that you can be more into what is more natural to you, if whatever that is, if you want to box it into feminine, masculine, whatever that is. But whatever is your core, right? So if you enjoy more being flowy and not as disciplined, then get someone in your business like a virtual assistant that can actually support you, and they will be the disciplined one. They will be the one to keep you accountable, and you can do that. Or if you are more structured, then get someone that is more flowy and creative to help you to bring a little bit more of that in your business. So I just wanted to remind everybody that that's what I did from the beginning of my business. I was able to lead my team to be organized, lead my team to be disciplined, lead my team to get things done. And I do it until a certain point. I am quite structured and quite disciplined in the time that I'm working. So 10 to 5, 4 days a week. But then the rest of the time, I dance, I flow, I see friends, I catch up with people. I just don't have any structure around those times. So I just want to remind everybody that there is no right or wrong. There is no masculine or feminine. We all have all of it. And you've got to also be okay with that. And I just don't agree when people say you got to be more feminine, so stop doing everything and just be. Because, like, no, no, because if I just be, I'm not going to get things done. And so for me, it's important to be structured. It's important to be, methodic in what I do, but it was also important to be flowy and have fun and relax when I want to relax, right? And so I structure that in my day. So if I know that I don't work well before 10 o'clock in the morning, I just struggle to get anything done before 10 o'clock. I struggle to get to the actual office. Then that is my flow. That is how I love starting my day, with ease, with flow. I go to Pilates, I go for a walk, I cook my beautiful breakfast, I eat it in my beautiful balcony or garden. Why did I say balcony? It's like anyway, garden. And I'm feminine, right? Feminine started the conversation and go talk about something else. And the other day someone told me about me speaking on stage. They're like, Francesca, you start 5 different topics. I'm like, that's what women do. That's what women do. Women have different conversation, and that's okay, and that's fine. And then I can also be very structured sometimes, and I have both, and I'm enjoying both, and I'm embracing both, and that is me. And I work really hard to work better in my masculine, and I work really hard to work better in my feminine. And I am allowing both energy in my business. Why? Because we all have both energy, and it's okay. So I just wanted to sort of bring to your attention this, because I'm seeing so much masculine and feminine, and so much pointing fingers of like, you're so masculine, you're so feminine, you're so this, you're so that. I want to stop that. I am me. I am me with both masculine and feminine energy. I'm me with both organized and disorganized. I'm me with both flowing and not flowing. And I just want to accept that and not make an excuse with that, not hide behind that. Oh, but I'm not a structured person. BS. You can choose to be that. It's a choice. Being disciplined, be structured, be messy, be flowy. They're all choices. I can right now choose to be flowy and just stop this and just go and sit on the couch and just do what I actually feel like doing today, which is that. Today, I literally wanted to just sit in the couch all day, and I didn't. I just used my force, my energy to find energy within me, and just got myself here, and I'm doing all the things that my calendar is telling me to do. That's it. So quite important to understand that. And I also wanted to remind people, like, I find it fascinating when people tell me, I've got a business. I'm like, oh, do you? What do you do? And then every time I talk to them, they're out and about, they're holidaying, they are with friends at coffees, lunches, here, there, buying stuff, doing this, doing that. I'm like, where do we actually work? Like, do you have a business, or do you have a hobby that you call it a business, and then you wonder why your business is not going well? Because you don't have it. You don't have one. You're just being all over the place, right? So it's really important that I recognize what is easier for you, and then find the balance of bringing both of them, right? Choose to be disciplined at time, choose to be flowy at time, choose to be all over the place at time, choose to be, very organized at time, very methodic, right? Just bring both energy to your business, to your life, into everything, and just accept rather than force. The other day, someone told me that they didn't want to push. I feel like, Francesca, that I want to flow and I don't want to push in business and da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, listen, why do we in 2022, why we start to believe that pushing is the wrong thing? Why do we start to believe that making things happen and when they're not coming easily to us is the wrong thing? I mean, let's talk about giving birth. Giving birth is not easy, is not flowy. I mean, I have never gave birth, but I've saw videos and it doesn't look flowy, relaxing, or any of that. Ollie is agreeing with me if you can hear him barking. Women have to push, and they don't want to push. They have to have people next to them saying push now, and they go, no, it hurts, and they're like, push, and then they push, and after that huge pain, there is relief of this beautiful human child that you get to hold and embrace, and so beautiful moment, right? But 2 moments ago you were screaming, and I know my mom's story. She was yelling at the nurse, and she was yelling at my dad, going, it's your fault. She was so angry. It was so funny, right? And it's like, there's no flow in that room in that moment when I was born, I can tell you that, right? But then there was bliss when I was born. So I just wanted to remind everybody, is like, it's life, it's 50-50. There is push, there is pull, there is flow, there is hustling. You gotta accept both. There is winter, there is summer. If we're just sitting there waiting, expecting to be in summer all the time in a bikini next to the pool, I mean, it's not going to be sustainable. There are going to be fires, they're going to be, right, it's going to be too hot, it's going to be dry, there's not going to be any food for anybody if there's no rain. You got to accept there's going to be rain at times, there's going to be too much rain at times, right? There's going to be things happening, there's going to be the ups and downs, and that's okay. But let's just not pretend the business should always be flow, because that is also not true. And if you are telling yourself that lie, why? Why are you afraid of hustling? Why are you afraid of working hard? Why are you afraid of pushing when it needs to be done? What if it's both? What if you need one side and you need the other side? What does that look like? So just bringing it to your attention, because I'm seeing a lot of it, and it started to make me feel like we are going towards a world where people are entitled. Like, I am woman, so I should be feminine, so I'm not doing that. Okay, that's not choice. That's your thoughts. But what if you could? What if you can do both? What if you can allow that? Just food for thoughts for all of you guys. And then the other thing is, hire people that can help you to stay more in what you really truly enjoy. Again, I do have virtual assistants, and you guys know this podcast is my biggest procrastination. I always procrastinate when I have to do this podcast. I don't know why. I love doing it when I'm doing it, but when I have to sit down and record this, I always find excuses of this is happening, that's happening, this is my thing. So if I didn't have a team that keep me accountable on recording this podcast and telling me, hey, FM, we really need this because of blah, 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 then I probably would not be in as disciplined and as methodic and as consistent in this podcast. So again, getting yourself in a winning position. So not setting yourself up for failure, but setting yourself up for success, of going, I know that I am not disciplined, and so I'd hire someone to help me be more disciplined. Or I know that I'm not this more flowy, and I hire someone to be more structured so that I can be more flowy. I don't know. Like, it's important that you guys understand what truly makes it easy for you, and then make it work. Find a way, but don't find excuses. Find a way. Don't find excuses to your success. There's always a way. Always. So with that, I hope that you guys just enjoy this podcast and accept you for who you are. Don't let anybody tell you that you are this or you are that. Don't let anybody tell you that you are in a box. I have grown up with a father that is very opinionated, and I love him to bits, and he's always told me that I was too masculine and That's why I was never going to find someone. And I have let those thoughts really, I have owned them. I started to believe them. And obviously you can manifest those, right? So I'm working with coaches to let those thoughts go and not make them mine, because they were not mine. They were my father's. It was his judgment. And I want to also remind myself that I don't want those judgment in my business and in my life and in anything. I am who I am, and then it's okay. You are who you are, and then it's okay. Find a way. Don't find excuses. Thank you for listening, everybody. Have a fabulous day. And if you love this podcast, give me some love. Leave a review. Do whatever you can. I'll appreciate it, because we now reached 20,000 listens. 20,000 listens. Can you believe it? So thank you for listening, for following me on any social media that you follow me in. Thank you. And I look forward to see you at the next one. Bye, everybody. Hey, if you enjoy listening to this podcast, then you have to come to check out our Facebook group, Workshop Secrets for Coaches. It's a community of over 9,500 coaches that are ready to boom their business by running workshops. They are stuck in one-on-one coaching and they're ready to start to go one-to-many. So if you are one of those coaches, then you have to join us. I look forward to see you there. And hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave me a review to win a ticket to one of my workshops. I look forward to see you there.